Hola, and welcome to the Clemson Players Show on the Fan Media Network. I am your humble host, Levon Kirkland, and today was a great day. We got to see our Tigers actually play a football game. A little different this year because of the pandemic. We didn't get a chance to beat up on our little brothers, the South Carolina Gamecocks, but we still had a game with Pitt, and we treated them like our little brothers anyway. Let's introduce tonight's players. The pride and joy of the Kirkland clan, my cousin, Dwight Kirkland. What's up, Dwight?
What's going on, man? What's up, everybody?
Oh, man, nothing much. The next player, his team beat my old high school last night. Linebacker coach extraordinaire, Garrett Sullivan. He's back and better than ever. What's up, brother?
What's up, big dog? Big dog. Good to see you guys. Missed y'all last week.
I know. We missed you too. We almost replaced you.
I see that. You should have.
Yeah.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Next player, my roomie, starting fullback from Jersey, Tony Kennedy. Tony, what's going on?
What's good, Captain Kirk? What's good, everybody?
Nothing much, man. Good to see you, Tony. Miss Homecoming herself. She was so nice last week, we had to bring her back. Miss Janine Anthony Bowen, what's going down, lady?
Hello, guys. Good to be with you again this week.
Hey, Sylvester.
Hey, what's up, Kirk?
How you doing? You're on location. Look, Sylvester, you might have the best background.
Yeah.
I'm all the way live on the field, bud.
All the way live on the field. Just
On the field.
security.
Yeah.
Security don't get you. I think Sylvester wins the background. The background contest that we're going to have.
Yeah, he got it. He got it.
Your
He got it.
Well, it's about time.
Hey, Sylvester, can you go to the northeast?
Where the ring of honor is?
Yeah. I just want to see something real quick.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, let me see it real quick.
No.
No, we don't see it yet.
If you can make that happen, Sylvester, you win.
Yeah, you make that happen, Sylvester.
Hands down.
He can't zoom in on it.
You can't zoom in on it. Well, Sylvester, you might have blown your chance.
He just blew that lead.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
You just blew your lead, but that's okay.
I was trying to get it, man. It's a little complicated on the phone.
Well, people who are going to be watching this, I was just teasing. Showing my name. Let's get to some of the questions. Clemson basically had a cakewalk today over the Pitt Panthers. Let's start with you, Dwight. Did the Tigers disappoint or impress you today?
They impressed me today. Like I said, they came out guns blazing. I mean, pretty much like a team that was ready to get out there and play. Not playing for the past couple of weeks. They came out, rested. Defense really set the tone with a lot of interceptions and put us in great field position, I think. And Trevor, like I said, he did what he did, and he came out there, made some good plays and passes. And like I said, they didn't disappoint this time. Like I said, they came out. Third quarter, they kind of lazed out a little bit. I think they lost focus on it a little bit, but they got it back going after that. But the first half, like I said, lights out. They came out. So I'll go ahead and say that they definitely did impress me.
Okay, Dwight. Derek, after a long layover, a long time since we saw our Tigers play, did the Tigers disappoint or impress you today?
Actually, I did a little bit of both to me. I'm going to start with impressing me. Definitely from the defensive standpoint. I thought we played solid. We flew around, had a lot of turnovers. Looked like a group that hadn't seen the field in a while, which is what you want to see. Offensively, our first quarter, if you take that away, I think the second and third quarter, I think we lost focus. Was hoping we can get some more dominating blocks to get that run game going so we can really get ETN up and down that field moving. And I think he finished with about 50-some yards. So a little bit disappointed, and I lost a mental focus second and third quarter. But first quarter, I think we was on it. I want to find a way to stay dominant. I know it's Pittsburgh, and I know they lost 4 games, but, I like to prepare for everybody like they're a championship opponent. And if we continue to lose those mental focuses, man, we can get leads, and then we can lose them quick. So defense, yes. Offense, left a little bit meat on the bone for me.
Derek, you sound like you've been coaching for quite some time. I'm telling you, man, that was very studious of you. All right, Tony, disappointed or impressed?
Definitely impressed with how we came out. Like Dwight said, like Derek said, start the game off 31 points in the first quarter, most in Clemson history in the first quarter. That's how you start a game when you hadn't played in over a month. After that, we kind of had the lull. And one of the things I noticed, and I think we get spoiled a little bit, we saw what we did in the first quarter, and I think we all know that that's in us. But I saw it towards the end of the first quarter. We were putting in the backups already. I'm like, no, keep the starters in there. We still got guys hurt. Keep the starters in. Let's score 58 points in the first half. And I think the coaches, once they get to a certain point, they're just going to start playing players. And as I was watching the game, I thought about it. If we don't do what we do every game now, that Notre Dame's game could have looked a lot different with all those injuries. I think Dabo, there's a method to his madness. He played these guys early. We want to see the score, just blow people out. But playing these players now helps us out in the long run. So I understood why he started bringing in players early, getting them reps, in the first half when they got starters on the other side of the ball. But the selfish part of me wanted to see us just continue steamrolling them. The score was great. I liked it overall offensively. Again, defensively, I was very impressed. You could tell Skalski and Tyler Davis was back. The middle was secure, and I really think that helped us out with the pass coverage. We had 4 interceptions. I can't recall a game at Clemson where we had 4 interceptions before, by the secondary. So I was very impressed with the defense overall as well. I think as a unit with Trevor being back and with the guys on defense being back, even with the other ones that are still out, overall we look like a more well-balanced team.
All right, Ms. Homecoming, what says you? Disappointed or impressed by the Tigers?
I was impressed, but I thought it was uneven. So I really like the analysis that we've heard so far. The first quarter we came out the box and said this is going to be an embarrassment if it keeps up. And we went from on fire to really pretty sleepy in the middle of the second quarter, only getting 7 points in the second quarter. The defense was much better. We didn't start sluggishly and have to catch up. We got in rhythm quickly on defense, and so that was nice to see. The third quarter, the start was horrible. It was about as ugly as a start could be in the third quarter. And when you hear all this focus on the middle, this 8 minutes, the last 4 and the first 4, we did not execute those 8 minutes well at all. So we got complacent and we had to refocus, but we finished very strong. So I think overall it was a great outing after being off for 3 weeks, but we definitely have some room to tighten some things up.
Yeah, I was impressed. Being here at the game, I think we came out the box. The offense looked well, considering the fact that Trevor had been out for about 3 weeks. I thought he did very well. The defense, for sure, with a lot of the guys back from injury, they seem to be right on point. So it was an impressive game to me on both ends. I thought that they did what I expected. I wasn't disappointed in anything. And also there was some new guys on defense for us DBs that played that normally don't play. Malcolm Green, for instance, he had a good game today. So when you consider all the circumstances and what they was dealing with, I think it was an impressive game.
So let's start with you, Janine. The second question is, who was your fan media star of the game?
So that's not a fair question.
Huh?
Well, no, because I don't think there's one clear answer. Right?
What's your one clear answer?
It's one clear answer, so I'll give you my clear answer. So I have 4 different people.
Okay, give me 4.
All right. So I thought Trevor Lawrence played beautifully. Right? He did not come out like he was rusty at all. He came accurate. It took him a while to get in rhythm, but after he did that, he played well. He'd been off for 5 weeks. He did not play like he'd been off for 5 weeks. Powell caught the ball like he had magnets on his hands. He was catching the ball all over the place. There's no way that you get the result you get today if Powell doesn't do what he does. And Rodgers was the Swiss Army knife. Like, what did he not do today? Right? He was all over the field, making plays all over the field. And, Goodrich had 2 picks today. And so I've never seen one guy get 2 interceptions in the same game. Maybe y'all guys see it all the time. But it's just rare to see that. So they came ready to play. And I think it was just an impressive performance. So I don't have one guy. If you made me pick one guy, I would. But I think all 4 of these guys really deserve credit for a real quality play today.
Well, that's fair. You got 4 stars, even though I asked for 1 star. You got 4 stars. That is absolutely fine with me. Dwight Kirkland, who's your fan media star of the game?
I don't know if I can do this or not, but for me, I'm gonna say the defense. Just overall from the defense, just how they came out. And like Janine said, with the interceptions, like I said, they just pretty much put their foot down and kind of just set the whole tone for the whole game. Like I said, came out being aggressive, having our guys back in that front 7 definitely helped with the DBs as far as like being able to get back and play aggressive and play carefree, not worrying about if somebody get to the quarterback or not. Because they knew they had somebody who could actually take care of the front for them and everything like that. And to me, I think the defense for how they came out and played aggressive and set the whole tone for the game to start off with.
You see, Janine, what you started? Instead of 1 star, we got the defense, and we got 4 of the stars. All right, Derek, who's your fan media star of the game?
Hey, I have 1 answer, 1 star, and his name is Mr. Cornell Powell. 6 catches, 176 yards, 1 touchdown. He blocked well in the run game. I'm going to tell you, I think while he was a big spark for our offense starting out, you got a 50th scene who's leading with showing the leadership and his sparking that play down the field. That 1-hand catch on the sideline, and that was like he was holding the macaroni and cheese in 1 hand, but I'm not going to drop the turkey, so I got to make sure I reel that in. So, that to me, I think helped that offense keep rolling, and I think it rolled over and kind of what Dwight said, the defense. The defense, they get momentum off the offense, and I think he helped that thing go, and as a team, that's what helped spark that first quarter run. So, Cornell Powell is it for me.
All right. Tony, your fan media star of the game.
On offense, I got to give it to Trevor. Trevor had over 400 yards passing and 2.5, a little over half quarters of work. I just love to see him play a whole game and see what type of stats he get. 2 touchdowns. Powell doesn't do what he does. The other receivers don't do what they do if they don't get the ball put in the right place, and that all starts with Trevor. You can just see the offense look different when he's in there. You may have the same numbers with the other quarterback there, but the offense just truly looks different when Trevor's at the helm. Even though ETN didn't have a great game rushing the ball, there were holes that weren't there the last 2 weeks because I believe Trevor was in the game. On the defensive side, I'm kind of like Jan and Dwight and them. I'm saying the secondary. Again, 4 interceptions. That's impressive. And you got a starter out in this game. And this whole season, the place I saw weaknesses in the defense seemed to be against the pass for the most part. And then we come into this game and we're weak and we have 4 interceptions. And that sparked us tremendously. And that kept the score down when we had that lull on offense. So it's Trevor on offense and the secondary on defense for me.
All right, good job. Sylvester, who's your fan media star of the game?
My star of the game, I would say definitely go to Trevor. I do want to make mention that Cornell Powell and also the kid EJ, he had a good game, and so but Trevor by far coming back after being out for about 3 weeks. Some of those passes, man, to be at the game to watch the passes. Some of those touchdowns got called back. Well, I have to tell you, man, they were so accurate. I mean, he really was pretty much on point. But no, I would definitely give it to Trevor. And I was listening to what TK said about the defense. I too agree about the defensive backfield. Them guys, they did well today and had some young guys to step up as well. So if I had to give it to someone on defense, I definitely would go with the DBs on defense.
Did Trevor do enough today to be considered a top contender for the Heisman? Derek, let's start with you.
Simple, yes. 26, 37, 403 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2.5 quarters. Didn't look rushy at all. Someone you expect who hadn't seen the field in 5 weeks. I think he came out on fire. I think he definitely led the team well. And so, yes, to me, he did enough. I think if they do some kind of aggregate average, if he had played for the last 5 weeks with those similar numbers, I definitely think he'll be leading by a lot. So, yes, he did enough for me.
Tony, did Trevor do enough today to be considered a top contender for the Heisman?
Yes, he did, for all the same reasons Derek just said. I mean, you hear the commentators and they just gawking over him and being the number one pick, the best player in the country. And sometimes, again, we get spoiled by that. 400 yards in 2.5 quarters is not easy. Some of these guys, they play 4 quarters and don't have 400 yards. So it just shows how potent he is in the short time that he's in the game. He makes the team different just being on the field, and you got to take that into into consideration when you're looking at, is he one of the best players out there? Is he that valuable to the team? And yes, he is.
All right. Then White, did Trevor do enough today?
Definitely. That's how Derek said, 26-37, 403 yards, 2 touchdowns. Made 10,000 yards total already, passing Charlie Whitehurst. I mean, what can you not say about him? I mean, granted, I know everybody's on this Justin Fields kind of field thing right now about him, but hey, right now, it's where he's at with Trevor Lawrence right now, so yes, he did.
All right, Ms. Homecoming, did Trevor do enough today?
No, I did. He did, but I actually went and looked up the criteria for winning. I did. So the criteria is an outstanding college football player whose performance best exhibits the pursuit of excellence and integrity. The winner epitomizes great ability combined with diligence, perseverance, and hard work. So I think that it's not, we treat it like it's what have you done for me lately, right? Which is really not what it's supposed to be. And it's not supposed to be purely a stats-driven inquiry, okay? And I think we've turned it into that a little bit, right? But when you look at that entire definition, that entire set of criteria, I think Trevor Lawrence exhibits all of those things greatly. And I think, his performance today just added into his body of work that will go on to support the premise that he clearly should be a top contender for the Heisman, hands down.
Wow, I was going to say something about that, but you did that so beautifully that I think that I'm not going to say anything about it. Did Trevor do enough today to be considered a top contender for the Heisman?
I feel so. I feel he did. I mean, again, the way that he played, the poise, you look at a lot of those passes that he made, again, going back, I mean, I was there to see firsthand, man. I'm telling you, he made some really good passes, some good throws today. We got some good receivers, but he had one pass in the end zone to Amari Rodgers, and I'm gonna tell you, man, it was like one of those passes that you really don't see every day, and I was impressed with it. So yeah, my personal opinion is that yes, he definitely did his thing to continue to be a contender for the Heisman, without a doubt.
Today I did challenge you guys a contest that we're going to see who had the best background. Sylvester actually had the best background, but man, he walking and talking and he just all over the place. So my best man, we're going to count you out on this one. You're not. Hey, Derek, I appreciate you wearing the purple for Military Appreciation Day. Great job as far as your football talk. You really know the game. I'm always impressed with you. But you got that little wallpaper back there, background.
That's it, man. Simple, guy. Simple.
Next week, you get your kid to help you do background so you can win next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tony Kennedy, you have a shrine to yourself, and I have to say, I am very impressed with the football helmet, with the actual fact that you played for the Clemson Tigers with your picture in the back, and you were my roomie. But the final two are going to be between Dwight Kirkland and Janine Anthony. Janine came on last week and tore it up, blew up the place, and had facts and figures for us that got our heads spinning. And her background is on point. She's representing Military Appreciation Day. And her helmets are in fine wear. Dwight, you got the stadium, you got the paw in the back. You also got the purple on. And I really appreciate that's kind of cool. But the winner is going to be my cousin Dwight Kirkland. Great job, Dwight. Great job.
Congratulations, Dwight.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
hey, and for your gift, you're gonna get some apples, some oranges, and some walnuts. We used to do back in the day.
Dang, I was about to say, long as I don't take no peas, I'm all right.
Yeah, and look for the fruitcake, because obviously the fruitcake. Hey, we want to thank all the players for doing such an outstanding job of talking about the Clemson Tigers. Your assessment was outstanding. As always, again, I am your humble host, Levon Kirkland. This is the Clemson Players Show by Fan Media Network. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
To host a player show or appear as a player on a player show, simply create a profile on Fan Media's iOS app or website. Select your teams and make a short intro video on your phone. Show hosts, reporters, former players, and superfans can use our Get Verified feature and make an intro video as well, and our mobile newsroom staff will reach out.